Good morning. Now, I was actually going to be really organised and do this video on my actual vlogging camera because it's set up behind me there, but then I forgot last time I tried to use it, it has no memory left and I don't have a clue how to sort that out. Jake's out play shooting, so I can't get him to do it, so I'm on my phone. Okay, so sorry, I'll be more organised next time. I'm just going to give Bruno's meds, set you down there. Mason's had his. And I thought, because while I was sorting out the meds, I thought I'm going to do a little talk about why I haven't done a long video in a while, what's been going on, because we have had some med changes. And yours, take your meds, come here. Well, thank you. We have had a medication change for Mason, as in an up of a dose. Say hello.
Hiya.
Hiya, good boy. So I thought I'd talk through that because I think people have this perception, and it is true, I am a very happy-go-lucky person with my shorts that I put out there, very sarcastic. But I thought I'd show you an insight onto the more serious things because I haven't done, sorry, put that light was a bit blinding, a long vlog in a long time because we've been struggling with Mason and hormones. And I haven't wanted to film him when he's been in like crisis, meltdowns. He's been all over the place, bless him. So I thought I'd give a little chat about that. He is happy. He's been very happy this week, touch wood. Hence why I'm filming now, because I feel like I don't have to keep an eye on him every 2 seconds. You happy now, Mace? Yeah, he's happy. That's the best you're going to get out of him, but believe me, he's happy. So what has been happening? So Bruno's in here. So whenever I get my phone out, Bruno appears. I'm going to do a little video of Bruno, okay? I've got hundreds of pairs of Rush trampoline socks here, look. Because I think he's dropping a massive hint that he wants to go to Rush Trampoline Park, which is brilliant. And to be honest, it's the best place to go because it's rained non-stop, I think, every single day so far this year. Maybe minus 1 or 2 days. It's been diabolical. Hello. We're going to talk about Mason and hormones. Is that okay? Good? It's going to be good. I can't wait for you to go through it. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Not. So Mason, if you followed me, I know it's in older videos as well, which are no longer up, but if you have followed me, you'll know that obviously Mason is very anxious. He's the most sensitive of the 3 boys in terms of takes everything, you can hear him moaning in the background now, takes everything personally. Everything apparently negative is aimed at him, and it isn't. We can't call Bruno Bruno, we have to call him Brew or Boo at home because Mason hears the no part and gets upset, thinks someone's getting told off. If I tell the dog to shut up when she's barking at someone, because she does that all the time, he gets upset, goes upstairs, slams the doors. But for the last maybe, so not this week just gone, but maybe probably 3 weeks before, we think, and talking to Cams and other parents in similar situations as me, is we're having a hormone surge. He's going to be 13 in April, so we're at that pre-teen kind of, you know, pre-pubescent age. And we noticed his behaviours, he was getting more erratic in his OCD. So one day, I mean, I'm talking 2-3 hours, he was just trying to tidy up, line up his shoes and get his shoes perfectly straight. But whilst he's doing this, he's crying, he's sobbing. You can't help him because, you know, that upsets him. He just needs to do it by himself. Or, you know, you put something on the side, he's got to take it and hide it. He's just emotional wreck is the best way I can describe him. When I was talking to Cams, I was like, I don't know, it sounds like the best way I can describe it is he was almost like bipolar. Like 1 second he's really happy and giggly and laughing in my face, and it's like literally someone flicks a switch and he was not trying to hurt us, he wasn't being aggressive, but he was just sobbing and crying, screaming. He'd want to go out, but then when he was out, he'd want to come home. Or if he went out, he'd just want to go and sit around, you know, grandparents' houses and not do nothing. You know, so his usual things of like, his carers couldn't take, or they had to bring him back one day because his usual things of, as you know, Mason loves a garden centre, wouldn't go to a garden centre, wouldn't go bowling, wouldn't go into McDonald's, just wanted to be driven around. That's not him. Then he stopped eating, wouldn't eat anything. even his safe food, so like plain beige pasta, ice creams, chocolate, he just didn't want none of it, and there's nothing to Mason anyway, so then we start panicking, thinking, goodness me, it's gonna waste away. So me being me, also highly anxious person, emailing Cams back and forth all the time. I need to see a psychiatrist, something's wrong with him, I don't know what's wrong. So literally doing an MOT, making sure he's not got abscesses in his mouth, or ulcers or appendicitis. I'm poking him in places, making sure he's not wincing, but nothing. And then I'm speaking to other parents, found out that it's very typical behaviour for children with learning difficulties, autism, when they're going through puberty. Obviously they haven't got a clue what their bodies are doing, so it becomes quite distressing for them. They're feeling different things. Bonnie, stop! Every time I record, she starts acting like this. Their bodies are changing, they're feeling different things, and they don't understand. And we also really can't explain it to them in a way that they understand. I mean, in terms of Mason as well, he's got very low understanding. So, they don't call it sex education in schools now, it's something else. But the way they do that at school is they show them a doll, like a woolen doll, show it with woolen pubic hair, and expect the kids to think, oh yeah, that's what my body's going to look like. Whereas for Mason, that doesn't work because it's not realistic. To him, you're just showing him a doll. So that's not going to work for him. It's not going to make him understand that that's a normal, thing for their body to do. So basically, we've just got to just reassure him, that's normal, it's fine, these feelings are normal, they're going to go away, everyone goes through it, just relax, be calm around him. His psychiatrist has upped his dose of his anxiety meds, thinking that will help, especially in terms of like OCD behaviours. And it has, touch wood, touching my chopping board there, it has helped this week. He has been very happy. So maybe the hormones have, levelled out a little bit. They're going to peak and they're going to drop. So we're going to have times where he's kind of all over the place. So yeah, this week's been a good week, hence I'm filming. But then it brought me back to that question of, if you could give your kid a magic pill and them not be autistic, would you? And I always say no, because in my mind, if I say yes, that's saying that I'm not happy with the way that my children are. I don't want them to be who they are, and that's not the case. I love my boys unconditionally with their autism. I'd love them if they had 8 legs and 3 heads. What they have and who they are doesn't matter to me. I love them. But then on the flip side, I was thinking, do you know what? If they had the choice, if I could say to them, so Mason, for example, because he's the one that's been struggling, if I gave you this pill and if you took it, it means that you could go to mainstream school, you could do your exams, you could have a career, have a job, marry, have a family, live a normal life, would you take it? And at them times, I think he would say yes and take that magic pill, because his body is, to him, doesn't make sense, it's cruel, and he's not happy in it. So I think in those moments he would. Because who wouldn't want that? And it's like me saying, well, I have anxiety, so I take anxiety medication to get rid of it because I don't like it. So if you're thinking logically, I think, yeah, he would say, yeah, I'll take that pill to get rid of my autism because I don't like it. I don't like what it does to me. So yeah, it's been a bit of a shitter, but we're at a happy week now. It's half term, the weather is diabolical. He is going out with his carers tomorrow, and dependent on the weather as to where he goes, we have an inside option and an outside option. And Wednesday, Bruno will be going out with the carers and he's going swimming because he is obsessed with swimming. And then we'll take Gray out here and there to do little bits and pieces. They're only off for the week, and I think the weather's pretty crap the whole week. So yeah, send wine, because I like it. But yeah, so that's just been why I haven't done long vlogs in a while, because my focus has been on Mason, making sure that he's happy, and also making sure that while he is like this, he's not hurting himself or others, keeping him and others safe. So I didn't want to pick up a camera and film, and also for his dignity, I'm not going to film that. I'm not going to show you in those moments because that's disrespectful to him. That's a private moment. But we do go through it. It's not all laughs and giggles. 90% of the time it is, but we have those moments where it's really shit, to be quite honest. And that was kind of the last couple of weeks. But we're in a happy place now. Life goes on. So let's see what the day brings today. So as you can hear in the background, the shower's on. So this is the second shower for Mason today. And he's seriously got to be the cleanest kid ever. Mace, you in the shower again? Can't say he's not clean, can we? So obviously I'm going to get him out of the shower. I'm going to walk backwards up the stairs. So we can't see him in the shower. There we go, we're fine. Get him some more clothes out because he'll need more clothes. What have I been doing? Whilst they've been at school, I've been repairing. So I freshly painted Mason's walls. He has a new bed. I think you may have seen that. We go through quite a few beds. I've repaired windows where they've been eaten. So I'm just going to get him some more boxes out. I've done Gray's room as well, which I'm not going to show you because he's currently in there with just the top half of clothes on. So yeah, I'll get Mason out of the shower. I have to say that this shower room was the best thing that we ever did, because when I say Mason has no understanding, he doesn't have understanding of things that aren't every day. So like how his body works, things like that. But in terms of routines, so he gets in the shower, gets his shower gel out, gets his face wash out, gets his deodorant out. He has a shower. He knows what to do in there. He's starting to learn how to wash himself as well. Obviously he needs help because it's not always so thorough. And I think the water's something that calms him as well. So I think when he feels a bit overstimulated, he knows, well, if I get in that water, it will relax me. So yeah, I think in terms of when I say he has no understanding, he has no understandings of things that aren't outside of his everyday. So yeah, things like if I tell him to go and get his shoes, he'll go and get his shoes. But if I say things like, oh, can you go get your shoes, go get your bag, get in the car, put your seatbelt on, I think he won't do that. That's too much. But I think he just hears like the shoe in that example and knows to go and get his shoes. Like for example, if I say to him now to come and brush his teeth, he'll come and brush his teeth. So, Mason, don't come brush your teeth. You won't do it now just to show me up. Sit you down. Hey boo. Mace, do you want to come brush your teeth? So I've got to find his toothpaste because he likes to throw it. I told you he's going to play stupid. You're going to brush your teeth. Okay, well you can brush your teeth. Bruno also understands that request. Brush your teeth. So in terms of brushing their teeth, because this might be useful for some people, my boys have always preferred just adult toothpaste because it's stronger. And they have, here he is, Mace, come here. And they use electric toothbrushes because they prefer the feel of it. It's vibration, it's like a sensory toy. Do Mason's first, do your teeth. So they always have very good oral care. When they were little, sorry, we did used to have to lay on them on the floor with them screaming. But it's a non-negotiable subject, I'm afraid. They have to brush their teeth. So now at bedtime he'll go and get me his toothbrush. Can't do it himself, but he allows us to do it. Perfect, good boy. The other two are the same as well. Hated their teeth being done. I think actually Bruno was probably the worst in terms of teeth brushing, but I think that's because of the demand avoidance, because we were making him and asking him to do something that he didn't want to do. Bruno, come brush your teeth. But he will do it now because it's part of the routine. So the more you do something, the more regular it becomes. Do your teeth. Oh, open up. So Bruno's hardly lost any baby teeth. So he's still got lots of baby teeth in his mouth, haven't you? Lovely. Good job. More. Boy, they don't spit out and rinse, anything like that. But to be honest, their dentist said it's best they don't because it keeps the fluoride in their mouth. They do go to the dentist. They go to a special needs dentist every 6 months. Mason has previously had 7 teeth removed because very similar to his dad. When his dad was little, he had overcrowding, too many teeth and a small jaw. So he had 7 teeth taken out, which means all of his adult teeth are now in, and he's getting what I call little shark teeth now. So these ones here I call like the canines, the incisors. They're coming through higher up at the top of the gum, which isn't an issue now, but we just have to monitor it. Hence why I was checking his teeth frantically when he was upset, because it can cause abscesses where there's overcrowding again, so we just have to monitor it. So I'm going to go upstairs and get some pants on Gray, and then we'll brush his teeth as well. Right, so he's modestly covered up now, but I can't grumble. He takes them off when he goes for a poo, and then he forgets to put his pants back on. With wheeze, he's fine, but with a poo, he completely strips off. I'm sure he's not the only child that does it, but Gray is a child that has to completely strip his bed. Which for me is great because I just love making beds. That's sarcasm, by the way. I hate it. But we'll brush his teeth now. Gray, can we brush your teeth? Gray doesn't take any meds for behaviour. Not yet, but Cams will be seeing him soon for ADHD medication because he is a nut job. Right, Gray, do your teeth, please. He's my one that thinks it's a game. I'm like, oh, you're going to cooperate today? Yes. Oh, thank you. Brilliant stuff. So funny, isn't it? Yeah. Showing him that you brush your teeth like a good boy. Yeah? Again, this is all learned in terms of, well, if I don't do it, Mum's going to lay on me and force me to do it anyway, because sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind, because if I don't brush his teeth are going to decay, rot out, and that'll be painful. So after literally years of, laying on him whilst he's screaming at me to get off, he now gives in and just lets me brush his teeth. So, hold in there. Your kid will let you brush your teeth eventually. Sometimes, like I say, we have to be cruel to be kind. But now, you've got lovely teeth. So, no, it was worth it in the end. Yeah, as you can see, he's also that child that empties out every single toy box. So it's all on the landing. Not only his toys, he also likes to go and empty out all of Mason's toys onto the floor. It wouldn't surprise me if he's done Bruno's as well, but let's check. Oh no, he hasn't done Bruno's. Bruno's is absolutely fine. And his newest thing to do, which is really handy, is that my banisters behind me, he loves to go empty the toy boxes and launch them down the stairs. And it's even better if they hit someone. He thinks that's hilarious. Here they are on the floor here. So yeah, I'm not going to bother doing much housework this week because what is the point? So what I've got to do now is clean out my chicks. It's all fun and games owning farm animals until it's the winter. It's absolutely peeing it down with rain and you still got to keep them alive. So I've got to go and clean them out, feed them. She won't go out and walk because she's the biggest wimp you've ever met in your life. She won't walk in the rain. She won't wear a raincoat. So she won't go out whilst it's raining. So yeah, we're going to do that now, aren't we, Mace? So I'm going to brush my own teeth. You don't need to hold me down to do it. I don't pick a fight. And go and sort out those chickens. But yeah, so that's my very informative, slightly more serious video for you today. Just to give you an update as to why I've not done a long one in a while. The shorts have just been easier for me to do because it takes less time. And like I say, I needed to focus on Mason. But we'll get back into this routine. I'll get Jake to sort out my camera and we'll do them more professionally. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The more likes, the more comments, the better. So thank you. I'll see you in the next one.